Okay, guys, I need to talk about this because it's actually blowing my mind right now. So, you know how America started this whole refugee programs for white South Africans and racial minorities, right? And instead of the government saying, cool, bye, because they don't care, they're actually furious about it. Like, genuinely angry that people are leaving. And I'm sitting here like, if you hate these people so much, why are you mad they are going? It's giving major you can't break up with me because I'm breaking up with you first energy. But like on a national level, because it's honestly hilarious, but also deeply concerning. So here's what's happening. South Africa says they will not block citizens who seek to depart the country, but they are challenging the United States assessments of alleged refugee status. Translation: we are not stopping you from leaving, but we're going to fight really hard to make sure America does not accept you. Bruv, that's literally trying to trap people. It's like your toxic ex saying, I won't stop you from dating other people, but I'm going to call everyone you try to date and tell them you're crazy. Make it make sense. What gets me is how pressed the ANC is about this program. Like Trump literally shut down all refugee programs except this one. America said we are not taking any refugees except these specific people from South Africa, the whites and racial minorities. That's actually pretty wild if you think about it. Like America looked at the global refugee crisis and was like, nah, we good. Oh wait, except for these folks in South Africa, they can come because it's crazy over there. And instead of the SA government being like, well, that's America's choice, bye-bye hambani, they're out there having meltdowns about it. Mbalula literally called them car guards and murderers in a press conference. A press conference about people leaving the country. Why are you having conferences about people you don't like leaving? It's giving stalker behavior, I'm not gonna lie. Here's where it gets really funny though. The ANC keeps saying there's no persecution, everything's fine, these people are just lying, blah blah blah, cool story. But then tell me, why are you so mad that they're leaving, homie? If everything's fine and they're wrong about being persecuted, wouldn't you like good riddance? It's like if someone complained about your cooking and spent 3 hours yelling about how your cooking is actually amazing and they should stay for dinner. Bruv, just let them order pizza and move on with your life. The government keeps saying these refugees are lying about persecution while simultaneously persecuting them for wanting to leave. That's some next level irony right there. There's no persecution here, and to prove it, we are going to make your life miserable for suggesting there is, you bloody white. It's like a bully saying, I don't bully people, while actively giving someone a wedgie. The lack of self-awareness is actually impressive. Okay, so let's break down what's actually happening here. For those of you that don't understand, people feel unsafe and want to leave the country. Another country offers to take them as refugees. South African government fights the refugee designation. If America doesn't classify them as refugees, they cannot get in. People are stuck in South Africa against their will. That's what the ANC is doing, literally trapping people. It's like being in an abusive relationship where your partner won't even let you crash at your friend's house because they keep calling your friend to say you are lying about the abuse. That is evil. Can we also talk about how embarrassing this is on the international stage? Trump's land expropriation without compensation opinions were justification for the refugee program. America literally looked at our government policies and said, yeah, these people need rescuing from that. That's not a good look, guys. Then a foreign superpower looks at your domestic policies and decides your citizens need refugee status. Maybe it's time for some self-reflection and not arrogance. But instead of saying, I think we should examine our policies, The ANC is out here like, how dare America point out our problematic behavior? Who the heck do they think they are? That is wild. For years, the ANC has been talking about how these communities are problematic. Hey, 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 they need to transform. Hey, 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 Orania is holding back the country. Hey, hey, hey. But the second America offers to take those Afrikaners they are complaining about, the ANC is like, whoa, wait. That's our problem. Leave us alone. It's giving, I don't want to date you, but I also don't want anyone else to date you energy. It's very unhealthy, very immature. Some officials are even saying, they'll be back. Why would they come to a place they had to flee from? That's like expecting someone to return to a house that was on fire because, they'll miss the warmth. The confidence is actually astounding. Sure, they left because they were persecuted, but I bet they'll miss the persecution and load shedding and come back. Here's what I don't understand. If these people are supposedly so terrible and so problematic, and if they're supposedly lying about persecution, and if South Africa is supposedly so much better without them, why fight so hard to keep them? If your roommate is always complaining about the apartment and making your life difficult, and someone offers them a free place to stay for free, wouldn't you even help them to pack? The fact is that the government is working so hard to keep these people from leaving. That suggests they know something they are not admitting publicly. The ANC spent decades telling these people they don't belong. They need to change. They are benefiting from unfair advantages, all on and off. And then when they try to leave because they don't feel welcome, the ANC is fighting to keep them. Guys, pick a lane. Either you want them or you don't. You can't spend years making people feel unwelcome and then get angry when they find somewhere else to go. Make it make sense. It's giving major toxic X energy. I don't want you, but you can't leave me. Why? Meanwhile, the rest of the world is watching this soap opera called South Africa like, hey, yo, are y'all okay? Even some American churches are refusing to help resettle the refugees because they think it's morally wrong. So America is literally fighting its own organizations to help these people, while South Africa is fighting to prevent them from getting help. The optics are not great, South Africa. Not great at all. The government says they respect the freedom of movement and the right to leave the country, but they're also challenging people's refugee status in American courts. Why not let them go? That's like saying, Hambani are free to leave, while taking their car keys and calling their Uber to cancel the ride. So technically you're not stopping them, but you're making it as difficult as possible. Here's the thing that's really funny or sad. South Africa's economy is falling apart. People are emigrating in record numbers. They want to get as far away from here as they possibly can. So instead of making the country better so that people want to stay, the government is spending time and resources fighting to prevent people from leaving. Even me. When push comes to shove, like ooses, you get what I mean? But they're going to fight to keep me here, as if they weren't fighting to get me out of here. That's not how business works, guys. The real victims in this whole situation are the regular people who just want to live their lives in peace. Whether they want to stay in South Africa or move to America, they are being used as political pawns in this weird international drama. Some people genuinely feel unsafe and want to leave. Some people want to stay and make South Africa better. Both of those choices should be respected. But instead, we have politicians turning people's lives into political theater for their own agendas. And honestly, I don't see this getting better anytime soon. The ANC is too invested in the narrative that everything is fine to admit that there might be problems. And America is very committed to the refugee program. I mean, it's part of their broader policy, really. So we're probably going to keep seeing this weird dance off where people try to leave, the SA government fights to keep their refugee applications, and everyone argues about who's lying about what. Meanwhile, regular people are just trying to protect their kids, trying to live their lives and figure out what's best for their families. No one wants an EFF member throwing a brick at their face. Remember what happened to those DA MPs? If you don't want people in your country, let them go. If you want them, treat them better so that they don't want to leave. You get what I mean? Like, fighting to keep people who want to go while also treating them badly is peak dysfunction. It's like the national equivalent of, again, a toxic relationship that everybody knows should end, but no one is going to admit it. Look, I know who's wrong and who's right here. We all do. Some people are exaggerating, yes, some are not. But what I do know as well is that people who want to leave to another country, let them go. Let them go. Why are you so petty and controlling? The ANC could have easily taken the high road here. We disagree with America's assessment and we wish to have a future with them, but we also respect our citizens, so let them go. Give them a right to seek opportunities elsewhere. Wish them well. Instead, they choose violence and chaos. Press conferences calling people names. Hey, diplomatic fights, international embarrassment, throwing bricks at DA MPs. For what? To prove what point? So the real question, summer followers, is why is the ANC so invested in keeping people who don't want to be here, allegedly? Could it be that they know these people contribute more to the economy than they're willing to admit? Could it be that the international recognition of refugee status makes their governance look bad? Could it be that they're just being petty? Probably all of the above. What do you guys think? Is this about economics, politics, or is this just the ANC being very petty again? Why do you think our government is so pressed about our people leaving? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this situation is wild and the ANC be wildin'. So give me your takes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more commentary on the absolute chaos that is South African politics and lifestyle around here. Give me any video suggestions you'd like me to speak on. Who do you think is going to win today? The Boker or the Wallabies? Am I saying it right? I'll just say Australia to keep it safe. Might be some Australians watching this and then they're going to be like, hey, Summer, don't you dare pronounce our national rugby team's name like that. We beat you guys last week. I know, you did. You ain't beating us today, though. Mark my words. I'll see you next time. Go, Boca.